Let's talk Rodeo Houston. Let's rodeo. So Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo 2025. So we've gone 3 times so far. I mean, this season, this one right now in February, we've gone 3 times. We have a ticket to go again in March. So we're going to come back and do March. As you guys know, as you guys have seen my Vegas videos, my Los Angeles videos, my Florida videos, my Tennessee videos, we live in upstate New York. We do not live in Houston. We do not live in Florida. We don't live in Vegas. We live in upstate New York. So we travel, we go on vacation, spring break, you know. Yeah, so just clarifying that. So we went to the Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo. Parking was $60. For some reason, they have signs as you're entering, digital signs that say parking is $25. I don't know why it's there. So some parking is $80, some parking is $200, some parkings are $180. So we got the cheapest parking, which was $60. We parked in the green lot. It was credit card only to take the payment for the parking. Okay, so you're gonna walk. So if you don't want to walk, don't go to the rodeo. If you don't, so it takes place at NRG Stadium, where the old Astro World used to be, like the overpass where the old Astro World used to be. Okay, so we went. So $60 for parking. We had to walk. I have a child in a wheelchair, one of those, just, you know, the fold up wheelchairs. He can walk, but we take that if we're going to amusement. We take the wheelchair if we're going to amusement parks. If we have to walk, if we're going through a mall, you know, that kind of thing, just to get him around so he doesn't get too tired. So he's my size, but taller. So the sidewalks are not wheelchair friendly. Just FYI, maybe if you have like one of those heavy duty wheelchairs or something, it might be. But for us, he had to stand up and I had to like push the wheelchair out of the way of the uneven sidewalks, the concrete. So then after the long walk down the road, you get to the entrance of NRG. You gotta go up a hill. You walk, you go around a corner, and then you go back down the hill. If you are pushing a wheelchair or a stroller with a lot of children, it's not for the weak. Our first time up, a lovely couple from Australia, the one was like, let my husband push that wheelchair up the hill for you, please. I was like, no. They're like, no, let us help you. So I accepted help. You guys know Jamie Zebra 23, like, nah, I can do it all by myself. It's I got it. Yeah. So it's not for the weak, collective. Just telling you that right now. So we get down the hill. The tickets for the 3 of us, for myself, my 24-year-old, and my toddler, it was $62 for 3 tickets. With my youngest child's ticket, the woman informed us that we could get a plate of free barbecue at the Chuck Wagon tent. Okay. Great. Perfect. We went to the carnival. So the $62 that we paid just got us into the rodeo. Nothing more, just to get in. You can get into any area you want. Whether it be the livestock show, whether it be this, that. Of course, the concert, you have to pay extra tickets. So now the carnival. So you could buy, I think it was like 2 tickets for $5. So each ride takes tickets. Tickets ranging from 5 all the way up to, I think, 8 per ride. So we did 2 packages of 40 tickets. So $50 for 40 tickets. We got 2 of them. So we had 80 tickets. My youngest was able to ride and knock his socks off. He had a great time. I went on one of the rides, which I don't do rides. You guys know that. We went on it. I'm warning you guys right now. So if you guys are going to the rodeo, warning you right now. The reason why I went on the log ride is because it was a 2-person ride and we didn't have anyone else to ride. There was no other kids. We got there kind of early, so nobody was really there. was a log water ride. There was no seatbelts, nothing. And there was water. It was metal handrails that you had to hold on to. They were slippery and you couldn't grip them because it's all wet. So my oldest like, Mom, I'll sit in the front. I'm like, no, I don't know what's going on. So you go up nice, little hill, and then a huge steep drop off. There's nothing securing you in the log. I'm so happy that I went with him because I probably would have been freaking out more if I would have seen that he was not strapped in and I saw him going down. He had the time of his life. We got soaking wet, which is no problem. My problem was it wasn't safe. That's my personal opinion. That ride was not safe. So he was like, Mom, let me go. So I'm holding the metal rod with one hand and I've got my arm around him like this with the other hand. He's like, let me go, let me go. I'm like, I'm not letting you go. Because when it goes down and it hits the bump, you know, you bump up. He's little. He could have popped right out of that thing. He's a little string bean. He could have. So anyway, so I'm shaking now thinking about the ride. So by the time I'm like, my one eyelash is half off because I'm soaking wet. I look like a wet dog. You know, it's kind of hot, so I'm looking like a melt. I've got my cowgirl boots on and a dress, and I'm just like shaking. They're like, Ma'am, are you all right? I'm like, I don't know. He said, come on, Mom, let's do it again. I'm like, not this ride. You can go on any other one, but I can't go with you. He goes, okay. So anyway, and it is, I guess it's considered a baby ride. I was scared of the Minions ride at Universal. So maybe it wasn't as scary as I'm saying, because the Minions ride, and it wasn't even a ride. It was a simulated one. It had like a TV screen, a 3D TV screen, and you just sat in theater chairs and the chairs jerked. And I was scared of that. So maybe, I don't know, maybe the log ride wasn't as scary as I think, but I think it was scary. So if you guys think like me, don't get on the log ride. Don't do it. It's not worth it. It took 5 years off my life. I'll never be the same. But anyway, that's for another day. So now, the free food. Yes, there was free food at the rodeo, free barbecue. So I'm thinking we're getting one free plate of barbecue and I'm going to pay the rest for whatever else we want. No, it was free barbecue. It was a free-for-all of free barbecue. Go into the Chuck Wagon tent and they have like, it kind of looks like a cafeteria. The ladies are, you know, plating up the food and just putting it, take as many plates as you want. Free barbecue, take as many plates as you want. Take as many plates as you want. So with the one ticket, how the lady said we can get one plate of free barbecue? No. Take as many as you need. We got 3 plates and then we went back for seconds. It came with brisket, beans, bread, Lay's potato chips, and sausage. My kids are picky eaters. They're very different than me. I'm like, food, you know, of course I've got my preferences. I am picky, but if it comes down to like, if I have to, I'll eat, they won't, no, my kids know. Yeah. So free barbecue. Now, let's talk drinks. These are the cups that you get for this current rodeo. They're $8 each. For this cup, this is a pretty big cup. So it includes the collector's cup and $5 refills. So $5 refills, they said if you bring back the cups every day that you come back to the rodeo, this season, for rodeo 2025, you can use the same cup and just get refills for $5. My oldest took his cup, put it somewhere else. My youngest, I don't know where the cup is. I think he left it at the rodeo. My cup, I don't know. So we're just going to probably just get more cups. Now let's talk about leaving the rodeo. Up the hill again. Pushing it up the hill. The engine that could. Did have to stop a few times and sit on the sidelines. So the kids, just give me a minute. Just give Mama a minute. I'm all hopped up on soda, all hopped up on barbecue, shaking like a leaf from the log ride. But at least that water helped me. Being soaking wet gave some sort of like a breeze. I needed that cool off. I think if I would have gone on that ride and didn't have the splash of cold water dumped all over me, I don't know if I would have been able to make it. So it all worked out. So finally, when we got to the bottom of the hill, I'm like, I cannot walk that half a mile back to Green Lot. That's the parking lot, where Green Lot. So they have bicycle people. They have like, they're on bicycles with like golf cart, like seats in the back. I'm like, I'm large and in charge. My oldest is large and in charge. We got a wheelchair, and then we got my youngest. I'm like, kids, I don't know if anybody can pull this weight. We're going to try to find the skinniest one, because those skinny, don't underestimate a skinny guy. Those dudes are strong, stronger than what you think, and they got stamina. They got stamina. Okay, don't underestimate a skinny dude. Never, never. Do not. There's other reasons why too. So don't underestimate a skinny dude. Anyway, they got a lot going on. But anyway, so back to this. So I'm like, yeah, so, yeah. So the guy, so there was like a chubby one that was cursing out some lady, calling her a fat bee. To the lady who's like half my size. So I'm like, damn, if he's calling her a fat bee, what am I? So he's like, $60, $70. There was a black guy who goes, I'll do it for 30. I was like, well, thank you. So I gave him 40. And nobody's going to ride with the abuser that's saying like $70, $80. But anyway, so we reported that abuser because there's alcohol at that place. Men were there with their women. It was a matter of time before that chubby little Hispanic dude got his teeth knocked down his throat. Because nobody's going to put up with that mess, especially with drinks in them. Nah. So it was, you guys might be like, $40. Yes. Take us half a mile. It was worth it to me because I couldn't do any more. Tap out. Yeah. That saved us so much. Like just that he rode us right to the car, got off the thing, got the wheelchair out. My oldest went to the car. My youngest turned on the key ignition. The AC was on us and we drove home. But I'm going to tell you, if I would have had to walk that half a mile after walking up the hill, down the hill, then a half a mile to the thing, with us having to stop because the sidewalk was too bumpy. And sometimes my oldest won't get up. Sometimes my oldest will be like, I'm not getting up. I'm not getting up. And then if he does get up, sometimes he sits on the sidewalk and refuses to get up. So that's another 20 minutes where I'm, come on, baby, please get up and sit in the wheelchair or walk. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Yeah. So it was very peaceful, very easy. There was no drama. Everybody was respectful. And I have to tell you guys, men out there, if you're looking for a beautiful woman, you can find them at the rodeo. Some of the most beautiful women I've ever seen in my life were at that rodeo. Yes. You had girls dressed up in Selena's iconic, the purple bell-bottom outfit. There were so many women in that. They were just very Dolly Parton, very cowgirl glitz and glam. So many pink cowgirl hats. Oh, it was a beautiful sight to see. I had never seen so many beautiful women in one place. Yep. So if you guys are looking for these glamazons, these Barbie dolls, they're at the Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo. Ta-da! That's where they're at. Oh, yes. JamieSeaver23.com. Ta-ta for now. Love you long time.